Okay, our mics are on. And we're recording, by the way, on the under the tent.
Okay.
So here's one. Transition into two. Transition into three. It's the main screen. Transition into your cam. And then transition into mine. And then back to the main. Good?
Good.
Got it? All right. Hello? Hello? There we go. Say something.
Hello?
All right.
Good enough?
Yep. Oh, there's my damn headphones. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's have some fun. Welcome back to Deacon Live. On today's show, can I beat Hussein, who's the fastest guy in the Olympics? Can I beat him in a race? I don't need that much meat and cocaine and weight loss. My name is Deacon. Over to my far right-hand side. Hold on, he's got his own theme music now, so hold on one sec. You ready? Oh, where did I put it? There it is. Oh, God. I'm already screwing up. Here you go. Fast access. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. It is Teacher-man. That was a long way to go for that one. I apologize.
Here I am.
Teacher-man, how you doing? All right?
I'm doing very well. How about yourself?
Doing well. So, did you survive the hurricane? There was a hurricane out there.
You know what? I felt kind of let down because nothing really happened. I lost my power for about 2 hours.
Uh-huh.
And everything was fine after that. I mean, it rained, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Did I get a lot of rain?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But that was it. I mean, I was expecting some big thing, and it never happened.
What was the worst thing that happened as far as what about your neighbors? Because that house across the street from you is kind of shady.
Well, and the one next to that is a trailer.
Right. So did they lose? I mean, mobile homes and mobile those cheap homes are basically cheap homes is what they are.
And modulars, those kind of homes.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Everybody had power when I had power.
All right. Well, I just want to welcome each and every one of you back to Deacon Live. We went through the hurricane. We are located in downtown Charlotte, North Carolina, in the Queen City studio. Give us a call at the station at 407-448-8800 at any time, and text us live at any time at 407-448-8800. And don't forget to go to, and I'm tired of sending you guys to the Facebook to search for us and Instagram and Twitter and all stuff. We have it all in one location. So if you just go to profitradio.com, you can see the live video stream that we're having right now, and it's underneath the tab. If you go to podcasts, there's a tab that's called Under the Tent, and Under the Tent is our live studio feed that you see us here in the studio.
And it's wonderful.
It is wonderful.
And UTT, Under the Tent, loving it.
So speaking of hurricanes, you saw the weatherman out there. You don't have a weatherman like I've got my own personal weatherman. He alerts me all the time.
You do.
I do. And when you watch your weather people and stuff, what do you look for as far as a good weather person? You want them to be...
I want them to be honest with me. That's the biggest thing. Don't blow it out of proportion. You know, tell me what's going on factually.
Right.
Don't say, well, you know, it might be this or it might be that.
Right.
Or we never know what's going to happen. You know, why the hell would you say that if you're a meteorologist?
So I've got a good friend of mine. His name is Frankie McDonald, and he puts out warnings all the time on any. He's a big weather fanatic, and this is what he sent me to let me know that there was a big hurricane coming here to the Carolinas. So
can't wait.
Yeah, you ready? Here you go. Oh, wait, hold on.
Citizens
Let me start
of
this over.
Virginia,
Sorry, hold on.
attention, citizens.
He's excited. You can tell. He's excited. So here you go.
This is Frankie McDonald, my own TV station live in Sydney, Nova Scotia. Attention, citizens of North Carolina. Attention, citizens of Virginia. Attention, citizens of Maryland. Attention, citizens of District of Columbia. Hurricane warning has been issued for North Carolina. It's going to bring a lot of rain, 50 plus millimeters of rain. Winds are going to be very strong. It's going to bring damage and winds with a ton of rain on Thursday, September 13th, 2018. It's going to bring a lot of rain.
No, he sent this to me on Monday, so he's very passionate about it. And, you can see the passion in his
Winds are
eyes.
going to be very strong. It's going to do some damage and knock out power, bring down power lines. Big waves crash on beaches and shores of North Carolina. People in North Carolina and Virginia, be prepared for Hurricane Florence. It's going to happen on Thursday, September 13th, 2018.
So if you were to hear that message, your reaction would be, this guy is serious.
He's serious. I don't know how serious the forecast is.
Well, he's letting us know that there's a hurricane, and that's Frankie McDonald. He's a good friend of the station here at ProfitRadio.com. And don't forget, when you're on ProfitRadio.com, look in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. There's a little section to be heard. And you know what? You can give us your own personal weather forecast and stuff. All you do is click on the Be Heard section, and you record it, and it comes right here to the station. So what do you think about that, huh?
God bless him. Not for nothing else. He's a passionate guy, and he's very passionate about what he does.
I'll tell you what, if you go through his YouTube channel, you can see he predicted a lot of stuff, and he predicted last year. Unfortunately, we didn't have the cameras and everything set up. He predicted that big snowstorm that we had here in the North Carolina. Well, it was going through. Now he's in Nova Scotia, so he predicted that big snowstorm that snowed us in last year.
And I actually lost more power during that snowstorm than I did during this hurricane.
Isn't that crazy?
So, yeah, and so, you know what? Thank you, Mr. McDonald. You are on the ball.
The best thing that we, at the French, we lost power, I think Saturday afternoon, and you know what? When the power went off, I said, you know what? I'm not going to open the house up, because as soon as you open the house up, what happens outside?
Well,
it's moist and humid, and you start sticking to stuff. I mean, being from Florida, so I left the house all buttoned up and stuff, and so I think the power went off. Excuse me, I remember the power went off at 11 o'clock. So I said I'm going to take a little nap, and hopefully, like yourself, your power went off for what, like an hour or so, 2 hours?
2 hours.
So I said, let me take a little nap. Maybe our power will come back on here at the French, and so I lay back down. I woke up at noon, because my wife, she's out of town, by the way, during the whole hurricane.
How lucky her.
I know. So she's out of town during the whole hurricane and whatnot. So with that, I said, let me take a little nap. Let me see what's, maybe when I wake up, the power will be back on. And no, she woke me up. She's like going, hey, I heard the storm's hitting. Do you have power? I said, no, I still don't. So I'm up. 12 o'clock. Noon, I'm like, all right, well, now I'm going to go fire up the generators, because the refrigerators have been sitting out there for an hour with no power or anything. Oh, yeah. So I fired up this generator, and it's a big generator. It's a real big, nice, it's a beautiful, beautiful generator. It's a beautiful...
I've seen it.
So, and that was a great purchase for her and whoever bought that for her.
I have no idea.
Thank you very much. But yeah, so we fired them up, or I fired it up, and we've got 2 refrigerators out in the garage that keeps all our produce and whatnot. Big open, like the big walk-in refrigerators.
And freezers
to keep those all our produce from the French active and stuff. And then of course I've got a refrigerator in the house, and then I just plugged in the regular TV with bunny ears on top. So I'm sitting here with this $3,000 75-inch big flat screen TV, and I've got like bunny ears with tinfoil on top just to pick up a signal, because we don't have cable, we don't have anything like that. So So you do Meals on Wheels. Did you get interrupted with your Meals on Wheels?
I didn't get interrupted, but my first Meals on Wheels delivery was today. And
Today because of default by the storm, or just today?
no, just today was one of my regular days. And the my supervisor called me and said, it may take a little bit longer today because several people went without last week, which was not my responsibility, but the people still went without food, and said we may be delivering some extra portions here and there, and blah blah blah. Turned out I had 4 more people added to my route, but
Because you're so enjoyable to have. They said they requested you, or they just said I need 4 more, or I got 4 more accounts.
Well, I happened to be the one to be delivering that route today. And so whoever would have been delivering that route today would have gotten that extra 4.
Gotcha.
And then I had 2 cancel out because because of some reason or whatever. One I happen to know was, and that's the one we've talked about. This is the family with the car, the Cadillac, and the truck. Well, they have a huge piece of property.
Right.
And they have a long driveway.
Uh-huh.
Well, they were having dump truck after dump truck of rocks being dumped in there, and they didn't want to have anybody come in there. So, I mean, I'm guessing that maybe one of their family, maybe they got out and got their mom and dad some food.
So you're saying that the people that you normally deliver the Meals on Wheels with, someone on the property actually said, you know what, we'll feed them while we're getting the driveway repaved or re-rocked, because we don't have paved driveways here in North Carolina.
Yeah, so next time you come, you can get in here a lot easier, and I can bring the meal a lot easier.
And nothing else on the trucks or anything, or the vehicles?
No, they worked fine.
No, I mean the offer. Is the offer still on the table, or is that null and void? We're going to go on to something else.
The truck is still on the table as far as an offer. Yeah.
But you said something about the other day when we were hanging out here at the French, or at the house. The brake system, the master cylinder or something.
Master cylinder. And I don't know if you remember. Also, I did tell you that I told my daughter that I decided I was going to get a Tempur-Pedic. And I've got one on the way.
Do you really?
Yes, I do. With an adjustable base.
Holy Jesus.
Yes.
I don't even want to know how much that cost. Well, on my end, you know what? Being here at the station, we're located in downtown Charlotte, North Carolina, in the Queen City studio. I live about an hour from the studio. Now, and when you have an operations manager, we have a program director, and we have a general manager here at the station. So on that, we were taking the worst case scenario situations. Okay, do we need someone here in the studio to do a live broadcast during the hurricane? Yes, no, maybe so. Now, our studio is a 3-story building, and on the lower level, we have one roll-up door because we do live events, so we need a big roll-up door. Not a garage door, but, like a warehouse door. And so we can get our equipment out and back trucks in and stuff and load everything up. But, so on Thursday, now hear me out, on Thursday, being I'm actually one of the program directors here, there's 2 of them. And I was told, at the time, I'm the only one here. The other ones kind of commute from other parts of the town, but I was the closest one. And my operations manager and my my general manager said to me, all right, Deacon, we need to make sure this place is locked down. Chances are we're going to put the station on autopilot and let it run, and you have your remote laptop. I said, yeah, I have a remote laptop. I can run commercials as I need to, or any kind of the warning signals and stuff that come up. Okay, cool. Is the building secure? Yes, the building's secure. We're gonna close the big roll-up door. We're gonna put stuff in front of the roll-up door, so anytime water gets in and stuff, it'll be absorbed and whatnot. I'm taking all the precautions that I'm supposed to do.
Gotcha.
All right. So, and they said, okay, as of today, and I think I left the studio on Thursday about 2:30, and I had an all hands on deck meeting with the operations manager, the general manager, and I said, all right, look. This is ready to go. This is ready to go. This is ready to go. Tell the salespeople, make sure that they close this. Make sure the nighttime guys do this. And I said, we're all good to go. Yes, shook hands. Everyone nodded their head. We're good to go. Good. And I said, okay, everyone, I'm from Florida. Been through many hurricanes. Everyone be safe. Okay? You always say be safe. And then I got a phone call.
Now,
hold on
1 second. Did that mean that you were going to be closed
the
next day?
Yeah. In preparations thank you very much for specifying that. But yes, we were going to be closed on Friday. I was going to run the studio from my portable laptop. When I had to add commercials and live feeds and updates and stuff, I had to break in through the station at the French.
Right.
So, shook hands, everyone, being from Florida, you always say, all right, everyone, be safe, hunker down. I hate the word hunker down because they've used it so much in 2004 when we had those hurricanes. I said, everyone, hunker down. So, Thursday, I left the station like 2:30. That same day, I'm thinking closed. We're closed on Friday.
Right.
That evening, I get a phone call, and I wasn't too happy about it. And when we come back from the break, I'm going to play that phone call, and I want your opinion on it, and want your feedback. And with all the erosion and stuff that's happening with the hurricane, I got a way to settle or fix some of the problems with erosion that we're having on the beach. So stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Proper Radio. I'll be right back. You waving to the camera?
Yeah, I gotta say hello to everybody.
Well, I'll put your camera on so you can be friendly with everyone.
Oh.
There you go.
I love you.
All right. I gotta put, I got the beer camera here. Or the show beer.
Gotcha. You gotta put when you do that, you gotta have the show beer camera on, not me.
Well, yeah. This is the... Let's see, I got it. That's not the show beer. Here's the show beer. Here, right there, and then.
Oh, I see that label.
But this is a sponsorship that we can have. If we get someone from whatever brewery and stuff, and we can put their label right there on the camera for them to look at. While
that would be nice.
Yeah, while we're doing the show.
Yeah.
All right, so we did numbers. Oops. Don't tell me this thing's out of pencil. Frankie McDonald. We're open, now close. I'm going to do the I'm a lady. And then we did, so I'll be back.
All right.
Don't go anywhere.
Nope. Oh, yeah.
Welcome back. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. My name is the Deacon. Over to my far right-hand side is Teacher-man.
Friends forever.
Friends forever. Why'd you say that?
I don't know. It just popped into my mind.
Well, that's good. That's good. I feel good. You know, we never knew each other. Well, we knew each other for a long time, and then I'm great. I'm gladful and helpful and what's the word I'm looking for? Thankful that you were, grateful, gladful, and whatever that you're able to do the show with me here, and I'm glad that we found some money in the budget to actually afford you.
Oh my goodness!
To be here.
Took long enough
at the station. Give us a call here at the station at 407-448-8800. Text us live at any time at 407-448-8800. We are live from the Queen City studio, located in downtown Charlotte, North Carolina. Now we were talking about the hurricane coming through, and one thing that comes with hurricanes is erosion, beach erosion. They put sand out there, or not sand. Of course, there's sand already out there, but they put sandbags or stuff like that out there for the beach erosion stuff. Now, there's a guy. There's an article that I was reading, and I'm going to show you the video. How is beer bottles, any kind of bottles? How's bottles made? How are bottles made?
Well, the bottles basically are silicone based.
Okay.
And
where do you get the silicone from?
Any beach.
Okay.
Any beach that you want to go to is full of silicone.
Okay. So you're saying that
and as a matter of fact, can I say something?
You sure can.
Okay. Lightning strikes the ground. If it strikes the ground in a sandy area, it will turn that sand into something called a fulgurite.
Now
which is actually a piece of glass.
Well, there's a awesome movie out there, I think, with Reese Witherspoon. That's what her husband does, or ex-boyfriend, was sticking lightning rods in the beach when a storm in Alabama or something. I think it was Sweet Home Alabama. Maybe that's the name of the movie. But it was sticking lightning rods or steel rebarb in the ground and having lightning strike, and then he was going out there and selling this for magnetite. What's it called?
Fulgurite.
That's close. and selling them as like art, and that's what it was.
Well, it's unique.
It is very unique, and it's rare. It's almost like the whale vomit, the implumus. What's the amaribus? It's like almost as big as a rugby ball, where whales puke it up and it's all stuff.
That's not in my repertoire.
Okay, so maybe I'll look that up on the next break.
Yeah.
Oh God! Make sure you follow us on the Prophet Radio website and watching the Under the Tent on the podcast section of the website. So. Erosion happens a lot of times on the beaches and stuff, and people are trying to replenish and stuff. Now, what does beer bottles and beach erosion have to do with? People recycle beer bottles, recycle any kind of bottles, and what do? They just make more bottles. Now, sometimes I forget what the ratio is, but they can only recycle the bottles so many times before you can't recycle them anymore.
I did not know that.
Because you've broken down the molecular structure of these items. Now, here's a company that has actually figured out a way to separate the silicone from the actual bottle, from what makes a bottle, and all the pigments and dye. And I want you to look at this video. Now, the only way you can see this video is if you're under the tent. So I want you to read this as fastly as you can.
Around 25% of the world. Whoa.
I'll stop it right there.
Okay.
Can you read that?
Yeah, but one company is turning.
Wait, let me go to that fact right before it. You ready? All right.
Around 25% of the world's beaches are shrinking right before our eyes. But one company is turning used beer bottles back into sand.
First you have beer, then you stick the empty beer bottle into the machine. The beer bottle drops down the chute. It hits about 30 pistons, which grind it up within about 5 seconds. Takes that sand particles, shoots it up through a few vacuum.
So you see what he's doing there?
Yes, I do.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Well, you know what? But it works. I bet you it works.
Here you go. Watch.
Areas, and then it pulls off the silica dust, as well as the plastic and the paper labels. When you crush a normal 330 ml bottle, that produces about 200 grams of sand. When people have it in their hands, they can't tell beach sand from actually a sand substitute. It's pretty amazing.
So there you go.
Yeah.
What do you?
Exactly what I said.
Yeah, but I mean, how much? I mean, that machine itself costs, let's say, $200,000, $300,000, even $400,000. You know, you're putting that in there, and what I didn't see in the video is, you know, do they have like a? You ever bought ice or gotten ice out of an ice machine? You get your bag. Are you holding the bag up underneath it, and then you're taking the bag out to the beach? Because the machine you saw was as big as like a photo booth that you would see at a wedding or something.
I really don't think they're giving you the sand back.
Well, you saw the guy was holding it in his hand.
Well, yeah, he was holding his hand to show you that it's actually turned back to beach sand.
Right.
But I think it's, well, they have bottle crushers in supermarkets, particularly where you have places like, well, perfect example, New York.
Right.
You pay deposits on every single bottle. And when you put the bottle into the crusher, I don't know if the crusher does that or if it has to be carried to a next step or what. But the crusher disintegrates the bottle.
Right.
Label and all.
Right.
Now, the label products and whatever colors they use to dye the bottles or whatever need to be separated out.
Right. So, but they're still recycling the bottle into granule stuff to be a bottle again. This is making a bottle and taking the sand back out of the bottle. So what I guess I'm not going to dwell on this any much longer because I want to get back to my telephone call. So this machine grinds the bottle up, turns part of it back into sand, and the other part is whatever, like he said, the waste and label and stuff. So at one point, you know, you have to dump the litter box, is what I'm saying.
Somebody's got to empty the machine.
Now, so how many bottles would it take to replenish our eroding waste or our eroding coastline and stuff? You know?
I don't know, but you think how many machines that could be deployed across the entire United States?
Yeah.
And the amount of beachfront that we have, that's a lot of sand you could dump.
What do they say? What's the old thing? They're not making any new land? They're not building any new land or anything? Isn't that like the whole thing? When you buy land, hey, they're not making any more land.
Right.
This is all we got.
That's right.
So for that one place in Dubai, I think they were actually, well, it's still land on land, but they're building those hotels on the thing. So anyways, I got a phone call, and we're in the middle of the hurricane. And right now we're past the hurricane, so we're safe here in the Queen City studio. The French took a little bit of a hit. We had a lot of water, a lot of wind and stuff at the French because the French is about maybe 50 miles southeast of the station. So we took a big brunt of the storm. Not as much as the people in South Carolina and on the coast. They took a big hit. But, you know, precautions are precautions. You're sitting there and you're trying to make sure that, you know, the place that you work and the studio that you help grow and build and stuff is taken care of.
Right.
And so the operations manager and the general manager, myself, one of the program directors here, and the two other program directors, which were off in the wing and stuff, we all agreed that, you know what, we're going to close the place down. We're going to close the place down on Friday, make sure everything's in preparations. Okay, Deacon, what time are you leaving? I said, you know, between 2:30. I got some stuff to take care of at the French. I got to get on my... Did I lose my... I think I lost my headphones. Did I lose my headphones? No, I got them. They cut out there for a second. I was like, what? So I'm going to take care of, I'm going to get on my tractor. I'm going to take care of my property. So I'm scooping dirt and moving.
Well, that's another big investment that you have to worry about.
Exactly, Teacher-man. So I'm sitting on the tractor and I'm like, okay, we're off on Friday. All I got to do is, you know, do the shows or side shows on the laptop in the evening. But I've got another extra day to take care of the property.
Right.
Then I get this. Are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm not going to like it.
I know. You ready? Here we go.
Travis.
Hey.
I couldn't reach on the other phone. We decided we're going to just do a normal day to start out tomorrow, and we'll go from there.
I'm sorry, say that again?
We're going to start tomorrow.
Now, I don't know if you can hear in the background, I am on the tractor, and the operations manager is calling me, and I'm like, I can't hear him. You know, I got my headphones, I'm listening to the Prophet radio station, I'm doing all my stuff and moving dirt around. I can't hear what he's saying, so that's why I asked him again. So here we go.
It was a normal day, because we were debating whether or not to close. So I notified all the guys that were here at the same time we were talking about it. Let them know it's a normal day.
Okay.
We'll just keep an eye on the weather and go from there.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm there goes my headphones again. And I'm pissed off because I was told that, you know,
I would be as well.
All right, so here we go. Listen to the.
So I just wanted to pass it on to you.
Okay. So chances are, I'm sitting here. You can hear him on the tractor. Chances are, I probably won't be in tomorrow.
You won't be in.
I won't. I'm sitting here trying to reinforce what I got here as far as like the rain flow and stuff.
Not even at least half the day?
Not even. I don't care. I don't care. Are you going to be in at least a half day?
And if you go a half a day, you might as well stay the whole fucking day.
Now, you have to understand, it's an hour away. The French is an hour away from the studio. An hour away. And he's like, a half day? What's a half day? Is that 4 hours? So I've got to drive an hour, maybe work 4 hours, and then the storm comes in, and then I got to, hey guys, guess what? Because my house is closer to the storm than the radio station, I got to turn around and go back home. And mind you, like I said, my wife's out of town. My wife is out of town, and you know, we have horses.
You have animals up the wazoo.
I have horses. I have chickens. I've got dogs and cats and all sorts of
ponies.
Ah,
I got the whole world thing here. So hold on, let me.
Rob, I'm sitting on the tractor right now trying to save this investment I have on this arena and stuff for water and stuff. So.
All right.
I mean, you know, you told everyone no, we're off tomorrow, and I'm trying to make the best that I can out here. So.
I can't help that because I wasn't making those decisions. Those were going back and forth all day.
Right. So Kim actually said, you know, we should close tomorrow. So I'm kind of adjusting my night for that. So.
Well, she changed her mind right afterwards.
So what am I supposed to do with that? What am I supposed to...
and not only that, were you told right after that she changed her mind?
You heard what he said. You heard what he said. So how do you handle that?
Well, I would say, you know what? You're going to be there. Handle it.
Well, you don't want to put all the burden on him. But, I mean, technically, I don't understand. I mean, I understand that we have to get the message out to our listeners and stuff. But I live... like I said, an hour away from the station. And what could I do to help to do what needs to be done during that half day?
No, not much.
That I can't do from home.
Not much. But you could do a lot more here or there at the not here because you're not going to be at the studio. But you can do a lot more at the French.
Correct.
To keep things right and tight. To keep things from happening and for it to be safe.
Well, you know what I did? When I found out that I had the day off, not the day off, like a woohoo day off, I asked for it. No, what actually happened, when I heard that we were going to be closed, I'm like, all right, great. That gives me an extra 24 hours to take care of stuff that I need to on the French.
And you had a plan.
And I had a plan, and you heard in the background, you can hear the tractor running and whatnot. And here's the thing. I have asked... because of my wife being out of town during the hurricane, there's two people that I leaned on to help me while my wife was out of town. Now, my neighbor next door to the right of us, he has animals and stuff. I'm like, hey, man, do you want to do me a favor? Can you, like, check on the horses and make sure that you're feeding... Oh, God. Spam caller. Should I take this on the air? I want to take it on the air, but I can't.
Ahead.
I'm in the middle of the story.
Just hold the story.
No, I can't because it's very dramatic. So, and he was like going, yeah, no problem. I'll take care of the animals and do all that stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool. And he's like, what time do you want me to do it? I said, can you do it in like the mid-afternoon? Like before like 12 o'clock. He's like, yeah, I can do that. And then we relied on a very good friend of ours who came over and he let the dogs out, you know, because I leave at, you know, 4 o'clock in the morning to be here at the studio, and he let the dogs out, and he made sure that the chickens were out, and made sure that the horses had their morning feed and whatnot. And I wanted to make sure, and I waved him off too. And he's like, "All right, cool. I'm going to prepare myself for the storm." And I said, "I don't blame you. Go ahead, no problem." And then the guy, my next door neighbor. So I've got this one friend, great friend of mine, who was willing to come over and feed the horses and rotate the horses and do all the stuff. And my next door neighbor to come over and make sure that the afternoon stuff was done. I had to wave them off. So now here I am. They're saying,
all of a sudden they're telling you have this time off.
Yep.
You know what? And you tell your neighbors, you tell your friends, look, I'm able to handle this.
I got
now.
it. I appreciate it.
Right.
So,
and then the Schmendick tells you, guess what? We want you in
That was horrible.
At least a half a day.
It made a very, very awkward situation when it came to the studio on Monday. So you're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. When we come back, Teacher-man, do you have, when your kid had to leave your class to go to the bathroom or anything, did you have like a hall pass or anything special?
Yes. Yes, we had something that, it was sitting up on the, what used to be what we called the whiteboard.
Right.
And they could there was one for the boys and one for the girls.
But it wasn't.
They didn't even have to ask me.
You just let them go.
They just go up, they grab it, they go to the bathroom, and if it was not there, nobody else could go.
Right. So when we come back, I want you to read this note that a teacher made for a bathroom pass, and I want to see what your opinion is on it. So you're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. Stick around. I'll be right back.
Alrighty.
Amy's got a lesson tonight, by the way.
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless she's riding a horse somewhere else.
Well. It's Christmas.
What?
Did that SMO say anything about you not showing up?
Don't show Amy that. She will be completely highly, and she doesn't watch the video, so I don't care. Yeah, I got written up.
You gotta be kidding.
Nope.
And this is Rob, that dickhead.
Yeah, well, we call him Richard Cabeza. I don't know why this does this. Where do I send it from? It's me. Send it to me. Copy. Don't read it. I haven't even read it. I was so pissed. Don't read it to me because I will get more pissed.
I'm not going to read it to you. But you know what? You need to have this in the back of your head all the time.
I've got that recording. And he called. Well, the thing was, if the whole conversation that I had.
No, you better not show this thing.
Yeah. The conversation that I had, one of the first things, because that's the edited version. One of the things that he called me on my personal, at the studio line. And my studio line automatically records everything. You know, in or out, customers, some of our listeners, I record them. Yeah, and just by default, he called me on the station line, the portable station line, and I recorded it. And I'm like, really? Really? This is what's going on? And he's like, yeah, I couldn't reach you on the...
Now, what about you sitting down with that woman?
You know, I often wonder, what do you look at when you're buying the products that you use in your home? Well, a lot of companies...
Because the woman decided originally that we're closed. And so, with that in mind, you made plans, you started your plans, and you were in the middle of your plans, and then this schmo calls you up and said, well, we changed things, but we didn't let you know about it.
I'm not blaming him because he's the messenger. Because I said, Kim said that we were closing, and you heard him say, well, I have no control over that. She changed her mind. Yeah. So he's just he's my boss. So he's just, and I'm like going, no. And the whole, and you know what?
Well, I would ask her, did you tell him to write me up?
No, she wrote it up. She even called corporate office to make sure that she worded everything correctly. I hear everything. I hear everything. But it's a verbal warning, and the funny part is, we have a receptionist at the front desk, and I told her, I said, I got written up. And she's like, oh, really? How many times you been written up since you've been here? I go, twice. She's like, oh, you only have 1,258 more to get written up before you get fired. So I just took it in stride, but this is my ace in my hole, just in case.
Yeah, I would definitely keep track of all that.
Yeah.
And,
So.
But I know Amy is looking very much forward to taking you away after the rough weekend and everything.
Oh, I know.
So.
And I wish she wouldn't do that, but I have to go with it. I don't.
Well, and she wants to do it because
I know
she felt bad for you being inundated with all the fucking stuff that went on, and being here by yourself.
Yeah.
All
right. So here we go.
Okay. Wow. That motherfucking sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yep.
So I'm not going to comment on anything.
Don't
like
even
that.
one thing.
No. Well, what are you going to ask me to comment on here now?
Well, I'm gonna. There's a couple things I want to touch on real quick. I'm going to talk about. I'm not even going to talk on that. I'm going to talk about. I already did the beer. And I want to talk about. I'm going to talk about the permits for lawn care, and then the teacher's note. I'm going back one to grass growing, and permits of kids mowing lawns.
Okay.
You need a pen to start marking this stuff off.
I got it right here.
All right.
Well, you skip all around.
Well, I kind of go down, down, up one, down, down, up one.
Okay.
All right. We're coming back. You ready?
Beer bottle's back to same.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right, hold on one sec. Why do I hear music? Where do I hear music
Full
at?
quality is something that I think will forever be working
shut
on.
up.
Now you already talked about the fast guy in space.
No, I haven't.
You haven't?
No, I haven't talked about any fast guy in space. Welcome back. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. My name is the Deacon. Over to my far right hand side is Teacher-man, trying to figure out my my new schedule.
I think I'm still Teacher-man.
I'm trying to figure out my new. I have a breakdown sheet that we use here at the station or on a podcast, so Teacher-man knows exactly where I'm going or what I'm going to say. And I gave him a new one. He's like going, this is not the same one. I like the print, but it's not the same thing. And so.
No, it's fine. It's just that I was fucked up over the other thing.
All right, I know. Yeah, very, very. It's a sensitive subject because it affects everyone. It affects everyone here at the station. Because Teacher-man, not for nothing, your job is to come in here. You pull a couple stories for yourself. You pull a couple stories for the show itself, and I appreciate it very much. And then you talk. We do a little bit of editing. We take some pictures and stuff, and then you're gone.
Yeah.
And my job is to sit here and pull reports and whatnot. And so we survived the hurricane. So we are located in downtown Charlotte, North Carolina.
That's a prayer answered.
In the Queen City studio. Give us a call at the station at 407-448-8800. Text us live at any time at 407-448-8800. And make sure you go to the Prophet Radio website and you can see the Under the Tent, which is our live video feed, live broadcast. Video broadcast, and you can see all the stuff that goes on here behind the stations, and we don't edit it, we don't cut it off, we don't do anything. The live video feed is what you see, is what you get. One thing I do want to bring up is if you're looking at the Under the Tent thing, we have a show beer cam, and that basically focuses right here on beverages that we drink here at the station. So any of you willing sponsors or anything, we can put your ad. Hold on.
We can put your beer actually there.
We can put your beer, any of you home brewers and stuff right there on the camera. I think I've got a Miller High Life sitting there on the front of that. Why is my camera? Why did it get all blurry? Don't get all blurry on me. There you go. Oh, Teacher-man. So, with all the hurricane and stuff, did you mow your lawn yet?
You know what? I did the day before, and I cut that motherfucker down to the nub.
Jesus,
down to the nub.
Language.
I'm sorry.
You're so passionate about it.
Well, you know, when I do something, I do it right.
Right. So you remember as a kid? I don't know if you've ever done this or your kids, because you had a son who passed away, unfortunately, and you have a daughter and whatnot. But did kids in the neighborhood used to go around and say, "Mister" or "Sir," "Ma'am," whatever, $20, $5. I remember $5 to mow your lawn. Did you ever have kids walking around your neighborhood, especially with the hurricane and all the water and stuff coming down and the grass growing? Did you have any?
I didn't have any kids doing it as a result of the hurricane.
And living in Florida, because we get rain. What you can set your watch by, like rain every day, 2:00.
Right. Well, what I would do is, when I was a kid, we would walk around. Now we had push mowers. We would take turns. We use your push mower. It was two guys, me and another guy, another friend. We would take turns using our mowers. We'd walk around the neighborhood. We'd look at the neighbors' lawns that looked like they needed mowed.
Right.
And we'd knock on the door. "You want us to mow your lawn? Well, how much you charge?" We'd tell them, "No, thanks." "Oh, how much you charge?" "Okay, yeah, go ahead and do it." And my son did the same thing, except he took my fucking riding lawnmower.
Well, not for nothing. In this America, this country where kids can no longer mow grass for some cash, they haven't had they can't get a summer job anymore. State officials said that that has to be paid to allow this to happen. State officials are declining this stuff, and let me tell you what states are in. These permits are signed that show that certain kids have privileged work. If they don't get it, they will be fined, and possibly get police involved. Places like Gardendale, Alabama. Kids cannot go door to door, knock on your door, and say, "Can you get your lawn mowed?" That's the officials. "But would you like your lawn mowed?" And they said, and no more in Alabama and parts of our country, kids can no longer walk around with a push. I remember seeing the kids in the neighborhood. I was jealous. Do
you know why?
Well, hold on. I was jealous that I would see kids, and you've seen them, anyone that's at an age between 30 and 52, like Teacher-man over there, 51? You're 51 now. Today you're 51. Would ride around on whatever 20-inch bicycle with the handle. Now look, push mower. They would take the handle of the push mower, put it over their seat, and the neck of the seat would hold the handle, and they would ride.
Drag it behind.
And they would drag it behind, and they would go up and down the neighborhood and stuff, and ask if you wanted your lawn mowed.
I've been there. I've done that. I don't understand why kids can't do it anymore, but I'll tell you what. I'll bet you dollars to donuts it's an insurance thing, because if that kid gets hurt mowing your lawn, his parents can sue the shit off your ass.
Yeah, but I think maybe it's because the insurance policies have gotten greater and gotten bigger. For example, back in the day before cars were made, we just want to protect your house. And now cars came out, and then, everyone's driving cars around, and numbskulls are banging into each other. And these people in the 1912s and 1913s go, "Hey, I banged into this guy. I have insurance. Can you pay for that?" Now we have to have an car insurance policy. Same thing. I think the evolution of time and work, helping, babysitting. Babysitting's going to be next. Babysitting's going to be next. Do not do that here in the studio. I swear to God.
I'm just scratching.
Oh, I thought you were going to shit yourself.
No. Yeah, well, you know what I think
but babysitting's going to be next.
And shoveling snow. Suppose you fall down, slip on somebody's driveway, and break your ankle.
Mr. Teacher-man, can I shovel your snow? Do you have insurance? What's insurance? Beat it, kid.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Speaking of being a kid, you were a teacher for many, many years, almost what, like 40, 90, 70, 30 years. What was your process if a student, now, what grade did you teach the most at?
Okay, the grade I taught most at was between high school and junior high.
Okay, so grade levels what?
I'm going to say grade levels 6 to 12.
All right, so those kids are about what, 12 to 18, I guess?
13 to 18.
Okay, so did they have like a bladder issue or anything? I mean, what grade level had the worst bladder issue?
Well, the younger ones.
Was it
the younger ones? Any reason to get out of class? Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. What grade level would be most likely to leave class?
I would say junior high,
okay.
middle school.
Okay, they're a little bit of freedom, a little bit of doing what they want, and things. So here there is a teacher that has gotten into some hot water, and a Memphis middle school teacher is outrageous bathroom pass for her students has parents up in arms. Oh my God, I can't believe this. This kid's mowing my lawn without insurance. This hall room bathroom pass has gotten everyone out in arms and stuff. All right, so Teacher-man, I'm going to do the best I can to, let's see if I can blow this up for you to read. And I want you to read this verbatim as best you can as soon as this comes up. So, your child comes home. This is the Twitter from IJD, Jaadee. Nice name. Your child comes home and shows you this note her teacher had her sign at school. What is your reaction? Now, here's the note. If you're watching this on Under the Tent on the live video feed, can you read most of that?
Yes, Mrs. White's 8th grade administration bathroom water nurse pass.
So
that's its title.
Yeah,
that's its title.
It's a hyphenated word. So it's a bathroom, water, and nurse pass all in one.
All in one, and it has a date of issue, August 20th, 2018. I will only have 2 passes for the entire month during focus, both math blocks, community, lunch, restoration, etc.
So these must be like classes that they have during their rotation and stuff.
Exactly.
Okay.
I understand that once the number is circled, it indicates how many times I've went thus far for the entire month. So if you got the number 1 circled,
right,
that means you went to the bathroom 1 time in a month.
In her class.
In her class.
Right.
I understand that once I have used my 2 passes for the entire month, I will not be able to go to the restroom, get water, or go to the nurse. Okay,
so there you can see on this note here on the screen, on the Under the Tent, number 1's been circled, and that's her 1 pass, and I guess the teacher signed off on it. So this person's only got 1 more time in the 30-day period or a month period to use the restroom, bathroom,
or nurse,
water, or nurse.
I understand that only special accommodations will be made if my doctor writes a note regarding a medical condition. I understand that failure, to comply with the bathroom, water, nurse pass will result in an automatic detention and a 0 on whatever assignment I decide to walk out on.
So if I got a pop quiz, I got to take a crap. Get out of here. You get
shit in your seat or fail a test.
All right, so go to the next one.
I understand that Mrs. White is petty, and although we both have options, I can be denied going to the restroom, water, nurse during the lesson.
So there you go. How do you feel about that note? I mean, that's kind of, here's the thing. It's a full sheet of paper. I remember my hall pass was like, if you went to Mrs. Dixon's class and you were in Mrs. Dixon's class, and let's say it's a science class, she would give you a cool science thing like an atom or something that said Mrs. Dixon on it, and when you were walking down the hallway, it was this big atom. It was neon green, and it said Mrs. Dixon and said hall pass, and you'd walk down the hallway, and the hall monitor would say, oh, that's Mrs. Dixon, go ahead. But this is a full sheet of paper, and it's got like a border and everything around it, and looks like the Declaration of Independence.
She needs to spend more time teaching the kids instead of keeping track of where they're going.
It doesn't even say, I don't even remember if it says what class she has.
Well, yeah, it does say at the top.
Did it?
Yeah.
Where does it say? I don't see where it says what class she actually taught. I don't see it.
Wait. You're going
two boxes.
Down.
Down.
No. Up.
I'm going up.
Up. Stop right there.
This note was social media by Twitter. Mrs. White's 8th grade class, according to the mighty, that goes on in the log. Yeah, it doesn't say what.
Go up a little bit more.
I'm going up.
Oh, okay.
That's all I got.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Now, let me tell you what I did.
Okay.
I had 2 blocks of wood that I had the shop class make.
One to beat the kid, and one
one. Yeah, that would have been a better idea.
Yeah.
Let me get the paddle out and kick your ass.
Which one do you want? Do you want this one or do you want this one? Don't mess me up.
I had one that was labeled guys, and I had one that was labeled girls, and it was for whatever they needed to do. And I never denied. Oh boy, because people got in trouble. You deny a girl a pass to the bathroom,
especially at that age,
and if she's got her period or something's wrong. Somebody's got diarrhea.
Gross.
And you deny their pass, and they have a problem. You're in trouble.
They're looking at you.
You're in trouble. So I let them go whenever they want. But by having that block, if anybody saw, and I'd keep them up on the board in the front of the room on the ledge. Well, I didn't have a chalkboard, but up on the ledge. And if the boys' pass was gone, don't even bother. If the girls' pass was gone, don't bother. When that boys' pass was back, you could just get out of your seat.
Oh, Mr.
No.
Mr. Teacher-man,
none of that bullshit, because I didn't want to be interrupted.
Tommy came back. Can I have his pass?
No. You can just go up and grab the pass and go do your thing. Come back, put the pass back, go back to your seat.
Right.
I did not want the less interruption I had, because I only had them for 50 minutes of class.
Right.
And, when you got to deal with that shit all the time, it just takes too much class time away.
Yeah, I know, because you're constantly just handing out bathroom passes.
And especially if you got to handwrite these things out. Fuck that.
It's almost like the ticket at the Publix, getting your pub sub, pulling the ticket, and you're like, all right, now serving 37, you have to go to the bathroom. Go ahead and go.
Yeah.
All right. So when we come back, I want to talk about the animals. I know this is a hurricane special and stuff, because we went through a dramatic storm. We haven't had a bad hurricane here in the Carolinas since Hugo, and I hear about Hugo all the time. I want to strangle the people that said, oh, we haven't had a bad hurricane since Hugo. Oh, really? When was Hugo? 1989. I'm like going, are you guys really still talking about a hurricane that hit in 89? Honestly, from Florida,
not to defend these people, but Deacon, that was a bad one.
I know it was a bad one.
That was a bad one.
I know it was, but this hurricane came through. So one of the things that you worry about in North Carolina is it's a big farm state, and there's a lot of things that happen. There's animals at the ranch. Like I said, I was nervous wreck with the horses and whatnot that we have here in the poultry. Is it poultry or fowl? If they're alive, they're fowl, right?
If they stink, they're foul.
But I want to talk about someone found a squirrel.
Matter of fact, they have a new deodorant spray for guys. It's for foul balls.
Oh God. So I want to talk about the animals that were found after the hurricanes, looking for food and stuff, and this one squirrel that just didn't do too right. And you know what? I said I'm faster. I believe I can beat the fastest man on the planet in space. So he would not be the fastest man on the planet if I can beat him in space. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Proper Radio. Stick around. I'll be right back.
All right. My turn. I gotta go. I don't normally have to go.
No.
but I gotta go.
Okay, don't let me stop you.
Okay, if I grab another?
Help yourself.
You have plenty?
I got enough for tonight.
Well, I won't have but one or two more. Are you sure you got enough?
I got enough? Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I gotta ask.
You gotta pant your ass out before you come up.
I got it what?
Pant your ass out. Pat it out of your ass.
Sorry.
Yeah, don't do that. We're in a confined space here. So don't shit yourself. And then walk your shitty ass up the...
Pop.
Alright. Back at it. You ready?
2 seconds. Oh.
You stink!
I'm sorry.
You stink.
It's one of those things, you
Oh,
know.
Jesus. Welcome back. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Proper Radio. My name is Deacon. Over to my far right-hand side is Shitty McShitty Pants over there.
And the fart bomb.
We went downstairs to get our beer refill. You can see us on the show beer cam. And he shit himself. Well, he didn't shit himself. He farted and then walked back up to the second floor.
I might as well have shit myself.
And he brought it with him. You ever done that and dragged it? What'd you call it? Crop dusting when you were a teacher?
No. I didn't call it.
You called it crop dusting if you farted walking down the aisles of the...
when I farted in the classroom?
Yeah, you called it crop dusting.
I had something like that.
All right, think about it. 407-448-8800. Text us live at any time at the Queen City Studio, located in downtown Charlotte, North Carolina at 407-448-8800. Don't forget to go to the Prophet Radio website, click on the Be Heard section, and you can record a message. It gets sent right here at the station. We play on the next podcast. If you want to comment on I'm wrong, he's wrong, Teacher-man's wrong, he's discussing, whatever the case may be, do that, and we'll play it right here on the next podcast. So, so we had the big storm here in North Carolina, and the hurricane went through. And like I said, we're a big farm state. We're a big agricultural state. We have a lot of here at the property. We have horses and chickens and cows and bears and oh my and all that stuff here.
Yes.
And then when the water the animals have to run for shelter, and the animals have to run and protect themselves. But once the hurricane has gone through, a lot of animals are needing food now. I mean, I took down my my bird feeder, and it's just a simple lantern-looking shaped bird feeder, and I put it on the back porch of the French. We have a big wraparound porch on the back side of the house, and right after the storm, the rains let up, I was seeing birds land on the back porch to eat the seeds and stuff from the bird feeder. And even though it wasn't out in the middle of the yard, normally we have it out in the middle of the yard so we can enjoy the birds sitting on the, you sit on the back porch and you rock back and you have your Texas tea or whatever you have, and you're watching the birds eat the food. And they were literally like looking for food, and they were flying up.
They're hungry.
Yeah, they're hungry. They're landing on the back porch and stuff, eating the seed. One thing, this video I came across, which is hilarious. This one squirrel, because you always hear about and then on different radio stations and different news broadcasts, you always see someone who finds baby squirrels that have fallen out of trees and what do I do with this? Anytime a big storm or hurricane comes through, and then the squirrel attaches, or what do they call, imprint onto the owner and stuff, and now they've got a baby squirrel. Well, here, this one squirrel was looking for food or looking for some nourishment and stuff, and this squirrel actually comes across a bunch of I'm going to call magic mushrooms. You know what magic mushrooms are? So this squirrel came across it, and here's the video. This little kid came across it, and it's about a minute long. So you ready?
The dogs and I were walking. We find this little guy in the park, and at first I thought he'd gotten attacked by a dog or something. He tries to stand up, and he flops all over the place.
Now you can watch this on the under the tent section portion of the podcast here at Deacon Live. You ready?
And then I saw he had something in his mouth and realized the bugger's been munching on mushrooms. So, I'm not sure if those are poisonous or not, but they definitely got him in a tizzy.
He is tripping balls. Look at him just laying there.
So
he's not doing anything.
I'm gonna take him back, or try and take him back. Come here, girls. Come here. May, come.
She's got dogs or something out there, so.
See if the doctor can do anything for him. Nope, May. Nope. May.
No, he's up.
No.
The squirrel's up, moving around.
Yeah, he's.
There he is. He laid back down again. He didn't get too far. So yeah, that's a squirrel tripping on mushrooms. Looking for food and whatnot after this hurricane that came through. So
that's funny.
So one thing that, when hurricanes come in, what's the first thing, especially living in Florida, you always hear about when a hurricane comes in and the news reporter standing out on the beach, and he's standing out by whatever, like Cocoa Beach Pier or Daytona and all that stuff, and they always turn around and they go, look, And, you know, when a hurricane and all the waves and stuff are coming in, I'm setting you up here. You ready?
Okay.
Hurricanes and waves are coming in. They always go, and look, you know, 2 days before the hurricane comes in, the waves are now 5 to 6 feet, and there's already...
That is, I mean, it's higher than that. I don't know what you're trying to set me up with here.
But there's people out there surfing.
Oh, okay. Yes. And I don't know why I didn't realize that, because guess what?
What?
I was one of them.
Were you?
Yeah.
You used to surf during a hurricane?
In New York when I was younger. Yeah.
How many hurricanes did you get up in
2.
2. Not the Sandy one.
No. No. All right. I'm talking about when I was a teenager and early 20s.
So being that, once you've been locked up and people out there that know, that have been through a storm, whether it be a snowstorm, whether it be a hurricane, any kind of major storm that actually makes you get like cabin fever.
Right.
You know, you want to get out. You want to get out, and you want to get out there and stretch your legs and walk around and do some stuff. And especially after a storm like a hurricane comes through, what happens in like the next 2 or 3 days? The skies are freaking beautiful. The humidity's low. Everything's nice and cool out. The hurricane has sucked out all this moisture and stuff, no matter where you're at, North Carolina, New York, Florida, and whatnot. That sucks all the... And you're just like going... You know, we need a couple of these every once in a while, just kind of
clear everything up,
kind of douche the whole entire state.
Exactly.
And then, suck everything out and everything's beautiful. Well, what happens sometimes, people get out on the water and they want to get their boats out because guess what? It's nice blue skies. Everything's nice and calm now. And I want to show you this video of this couple that actually got on their jet skis. They got on their jet skis and wanted to get out, and they had cabin fever and whatnot. So here you go.
They've been locked up. They want to get out.
They want locked up. Here you go. So you can see that there's a couple here. Looks like a father and son, and they're just out there enjoying the water.
Oh!
Yep. Hold on, just in case you missed it. We'll play it again. So be quiet so that everyone can hear. Waving. The whole back end explodes. And what they come to find out was they haven't tested the Yamaha that they were on, and one of the bifolds fell down and clogged. If you ever ridden a jet ski, it's a impeller and stuff, so it pulls water in and pushes water out. That's how they move.
Yeah.
And what happened was it couldn't breathe, and it caused a combust, and it blew the whole back of the jet ski off. So be careful.
Nice.
Be careful. Make sure everything's all tested out before you take it out. Check your equipment.
Well, I mean, I see also too. It was in the title was in Arabic.
Yeah,
so
it's one of those. It's one of those things where it goes viral, and that's the video I got.
Who knows? Maybe somebody set it up.
So, back to hurricanes. Did you know, Teacher-man, what is your background? What is your master's?
Biochemistry.
So, do you know anything about physics or anything like that?
Well, it was not my forte, but yes, I do.
You had to take some kind of physics classes?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So, did you know... You ready for the lies? Did you know that if you... What happens? Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can find. Did I save the video of the one guy? Oh my God! Please tell me I did somewhere. Asshole at work. Nope. We'll talk about him in a minute. Hurt bullets. Hurt star. Stupid thing. There is a guy. Oh my God. I'm gonna play the video. Hopefully I can find this when I come back. There is a guy that plays Slayer music and like confronts like the hurricanes anywhere a hurricane lands ashore, and I'll find the video here and I'll play it next break. But did you know in Florida, I forget who said something. I think what's the governor of Florida? Rick Scott.
Okay.
Said please do not fire guns at a hurricane to try to stop it, because I think some radio show somewhere, some radio host said, you don't want the hurricane coming to shore, whatever hurricane it was at the time.
So let's shoot it.
So let's fire the guns at it. Did you know technically you can stop a hurricane with shooting guns.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. I'm gonna prove it right here. So if you're looking at the under the tent portion of the podcast, so ready right here. We could really stop a hurricane with. Could we really stop a hurricane with bullets? Yes. Before the arrival of Hurricane Irma in Florida, a Pasco County Sheriff Department posted a tweet quickly went viral, urging citizens not to try to scare off a hurricane. All right, to clarify, do not shoot weapons at Hurricane Irma that came in through Florida. It won't make it turn around. It will be very dangerous side effects. Now, what they said was the actual thing, and I'm not going to get into this story. I mean, there's a whole bunch of kinetic energy and stuff. In the long of the short is, if you had 5,000 machine guns pointed at the top quadrant. Bless you.
Thank you.
Pointing at the top quadrant. Okay, so a hurricane spins counterclockwise.
Right.
Okay. If you have it pointing at the winds coming to shore, and you fired 5,000 machine guns for 24 hours straight, you could stop a Category 1 hurricane because of the bullets and the residual
and their force
and all that stuff. So if you had 5,000 people, 5,000 servicemen, because it's got to be a military weapon to fire an automatic
firearm,
right?
Yes. Okay.
And then you fire that at the hurricane in the opposite path of the wind for 24 hours straight, you could technically stop a hurricane. Now, let that soak in and tell me what you think.
Well, I that's an awful lot of force to stop the spinning of a hurricane. I imagine what would happen if you fired it in the other direction.
It would speed it up and cause it to be a Category 2.
Well, wouldn't it follow the draft and come back and maybe shoot somebody?
I don't think so. I think that there's I don't think there's enough mass on the bullet for it to come back around.
Okay.
So think about it this way. The government could technically put, I mean, what's a platoon? How big is a platoon? How big is an army base? How many people are on an army base?
Well,
and what do they have?
You need a division.
Right,
to do that.
A division. So if you had a division of people, division of our servicemen, 5,000 non-war times, what do they call it? Peace times or whatever.
Peacetime, yeah.
You set 5,000 guys,
set them up on the beach,
and give them whatever, a minigun, whatever, and let them shoot 5,000 of these automatic weapons at the hurricane on a 24-hour basis. It will halt the spinning of the storm and cause the storm to diffuse. Here's the thing. So my question is, my point is, the government has the capability, if they wanted to stop a hurricane before it hits shore, no matter where it's at. But, and you're like, well, Deacon, how much is the bullets? And bullets is, 25 cents a bullet or 35 cents or $1 because it's the government. It's $8 a bullet. And how many bullets are we wasting? Let's say it costs $1 million, $2 million, $3 million. $3 million to have these. You have to physically pay these because they're servicemen. To pay these servicemen sitting on the shorelines to fire these weapons and the bullets and the ammunition that you're using to stop this hurricane.
Okay.
How much do you think that would cost?
I haven't the foggiest idea. I can't even imagine I don't know how many bullets it would take to stop a hurricane.
Well,
I will say this.
Mm-hmm.
All that lead is going to drop into the sea.
Natural coral reefs?
No, what it's going to do, the lead, it's going to poison all the fish.
Is it lead?
Well, that's what bullets are made of.
Is it straight lead, like, Well,
they're either lead bullets, completely just lead,
mm-hmm.
or they're jacketed bullets, which are copper-coated lead bullets.
Okay, so they'll drop in the ocean that is like 200 feet deep, and we'll never see them for a while. But, all right, so here's my trade-off. Outside the lead bullets, let's say they have bio bullets or whatever. So let's say it takes $5 million. $5 million for 1 day, 24 hours, from noon on Saturday to noon on Sunday, for them to fire the bullets to keep this hurricane from coming to shore. All right?
All right.
All right. So if they didn't do it, this hurricane comes to shore, Category 1. Category 1, lowest one. Hits the shores and destroys, let's say it goes 50 miles into the landfall before it, dissipates to a tropical storm and blah, blah. So how much damage, and I'm going to shoot my own self in the foot here, how much damage does that hurricane do to the structures and everything in its path? Okay?
All right.
So here's the backside of that. So here we are, the military, 5,000 people shooting 5,000, machine guns for 24 hours at this hurricane cost $5 million. This hurricane comes to shore, destroys, costs $25 to $30 million worth of damage. But think of how many jobs are created and everything that happens, the ripple effect of when this storm comes to shore. How much money is generated in that community? How much, I don't want to say welfare money, but government money that goes into that community. They're sitting on it. They're not waiting for anything else. They sit on it and they pass it over. Just think. So it's kind of like the cancer thing. We could cure cancer and for $1,000, but we make $4.2 million a month curing cancer or defending or trying to beat cancer.
All right. Well, on that note, I'm going to say shenanigans, because cancer. If you defeat cancer, you're saving lives.
Right.
You defeat a hurricane, you're costing jobs, and you're costing shysters not to be able to do jobs.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So,
So I think leave the fucking thing alone.
Right.
And what will be, will be. Period. The end. Amen.
But that's what I'm saying is, so stopping a hurricane would save lives and create, or not create destruction, but when the destruction comes in, it creates jobs and opportunity. So, when we could, save a hurricane, you're not listening. You don't follow him.
I just don't understand.
Someone out there does. I mean, that's my argument. So that someone out there does.
Damn, Sam.
I know. You're listening to Deacon Live. Stick around. We're going to talk about. I am going to beat the fastest man on the planet in space, and we're going to talk about Gordon Ramsay and a little bit of cocaine. Stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. You okay?
Yeah.
Starting to fade a little bit on me.
No. I was lost with that last one. Gordon Ramsay's a good guy.
Uh-huh.
He is a good man.
All right, let's come back before I lose our rhythm.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep. I can't wait to see you beat this guy in space.
I'm not going to beat him.
Well, if you're in space, you can't beat him.
You can beat him.
Huh?
You cannot beat him.
That's what I said. You can't beat him.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're in space, there's no friction, so you're not going anywhere.
Thank you. Get rid of some of this. You ready?
Bing, bang, boom.
Don't say that.
Don't say that?
Mm-mm.
Why?
Because I know you're buzzing when you say that.
Bing, bang, boom?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
It's the only time you say it. It's okay. It's all right. That's my.
That's your cue?
Yeah. That's why I said you.
Where the hell do you get that?
Just. Don't worry about it. We're good.
Okay.
So don't say bing bang boom anymore, okay?
Bing bang boom.
Don't. You don't come over and say, you're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. Text us live at the 8, not the wrong studio. We're live in the Queen City studio located in downtown Charlotte, North Carolina. Text us live at any time at 407-448-8800. Make sure you follow us on the Prophet Radio website, and you can see the live video feed under the tent, underneath the podcast section of the site. So, yeah, bing, bang, boom. You don't say bing, bang, boom when I make your breakfast.
Bing.
You don't. So I can tell you've had a drink, and you're like going, hey, forget about it, bing, bang, boom.
Well, when you say buzzed, a beer, okay, bing, bang, boom after a beer. Ay.
I'm just busting your balls.
I know, and you're doing a good job.
All right, so I can beat, what's the Olympic runner's name? What's his name? The one who broke the record, he's the fastest man on the, Usain Bolt is his name. Usain Bolt, you know who he is?
No.
Do you watch the Olympics?
No.
No? All right. So
I don't watch. I watch the winter, not the summer.
All right. So Usain, USA. Hold on, I got to change the screen here. So Usain Bolt, they took him up in space, and he is an 8-time Olympic gold medalist that took a flight on the zero gravity thing over in the Airbus A310 plane with a champagne sponsor. That's the funniest part. So the A310 plane is the one that goes up and trains astronauts and stuff to be weightless. So it goes up right out of our atmosphere, and then you float for a little bit, and then you come back down. And then you go back up, and you float for a little bit, and you come back down. Well, they thought it'd be funny in this sponsorship. It says just a champagne sponsor. They don't give the name and stuff. And they raced a couple of the guys on the that were on the crew, and these guys that are on the crew, if you look on the under the tent section, the live video feed, you can see the one on the left hand side. He looks like an older gentleman.
Yeah.
And the one on the right hand side, he's balding. He's getting there, and then you got Usain Bolt right there in the center. So you ready? On your mark, and get set, and go. Nope, he's laying on his
Ready, set, go!
So I'm gonna play it again.
Come on!
Hold on, I'm just saying. Oh, he raced down and back. See, that's the thing. They raced down and back. But just a straight run. I think the other two guys beat him. So let's watch it again. You ready?
Yep.
Oh, shoot. Here we go. Back. You ready? Let's see. I'm going to refresh this. Do. Now all the sponsors come out. Here we go. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Here we go.
Ready, set, go!
Tell me who wins. It's a tie, right?
Come on!
Look at the guy in the black suit won. I didn't know if it was a race up and down or just the one way.
Well, it looked like it's up and down, so they raced to the end. I guess Usain Bolt raced back to the other side. He's like, I won! I can't let these honky white guys beat me and stuff. So,
I want the champagne.
Yeah, I want the champagne. So, just to go to show you, you could be the fastest person on the planet, but in space, no one can hear you scream.
And you're not on the planet.
No. Have you ever wanted to do that or be in space or any desire?
I would love to try weightlessness. I don't know that I'd want to go to space and spend any length of time in space, but I would love to experience weightlessness.
Well, isn't that like almost the equivalent of what they do with when you scuba dive or anything like that? Isn't that almost the same thing? I mean, being in a pool...
I have experienced weightlessness scuba diving.
Right.
But
I know you and your wife used to do that, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there you go. All right. So speaking of running in space and being the fastest person in the world, so cocaine, huh? Cocaine.
That'll make me run fast.
Will that make you run fast? I have, and hold on one sec. I'm gonna clarify this. I'm. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to disclose anything on yourself. But I'm gonna tell you the first time I ever did cocaine. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right. So I was having it. Hold on. Let me get the camera on me. Get the camera on me, because it's all about me. So the first time I ever did cocaine. First time ever, one time only, ever did cocaine. So I was DJing in the clubs in Central Florida, Central Orlando, Central area and stuff. And I had some clubbers that were coming over, and we were all going out to a gig that I was going to do. And so I was DJing at this club, so we all just kind of pre-partied at the house and whatnot. So this is when the rave scene was really, really big. I'm going to make this really short. I know I'm dragging this out. So the rave scene was really, really big. Everything was open till 6 a.m. So they're all sitting around the big table. We had the big table, big lamp over the top and stuff, and they brought out cocaine. And they were like going, "Hey, Deacon, you want to try it?" And I go, and I'm, you know this to this day, I'm just a straight beer drinker. I'm not a mixed drinker. I'm not a shot caller, whatever. Just straight beer. So if you're watching the video, they put some cocaine out on, and they're doing it, and they're getting ready to take their mollies and pills and stuff like that. And they said, "Let's do some cocaine." And I said, "Okay, this is my Trav. Do you want to, Deacon? You want to do this?" Everyone knows my name, anyways. I said, "Well, all right. I'll try it." It's kind of like the episode I was talking about where the Thwee went around the room and they lace it with opium. I was like, "What?" So cocaine's on the table and stuff. And I went like this, watching the video. Ready? What am I doing?
Putting a little bit on your tongue.
Nope, I'm licking my finger.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And I dip it in the cocaine a little bit, and I go like this. Oh, God, it barely touched my tongue. My whole entire tongue went numb. And I said, nope, not doing it. Nope. And wiped my hands off on me and stuff. And I said, that was it. That's my one and only time I've ever touched. And I've seen cocaine a million times. But anyway, so that was the only time I've ever touched or done cocaine was that one experience. Which is, I don't want to say it, I'm proud of that. I don't want to say, but that, just my lifestyle at that time, the club scene and whatnot. Well, you had
plenty of options to opportunities to do that.
Opportunities to do that as well. Well, one person that is getting a hold on it, I guess it's getting into a big epidemic in the UK area, is Gordon Ramsay. And he is literally meeting drug dealers face to face and saying, you ever watch Hell's Kitchen?
Oh, yeah.
I would never want to work in Hell's Kitchen. You could be the best chef in your whole entire life, but when you get in Gordon Ramsay's face, you feel like a child.
Yeah.
You feel like a child.
It's when he gets in your face.
Oh, my God. He gets in your face. And so there's a video here of Gordon Ramsay. He's got a new show that's coming out. It's Gordon Ramsay on cocaine. Is the hashtag. I'm not lying. And this is a small video from that. And I want you guys to listen to it because it's very intense. And he's sitting here talking to play. We got plenty of toys to play with, guns and stuff. So that's Gordon Ramsay. And it's on, I think it's on BBC. It's a documentary series that he actually dives into the drug distribution in the UK, which is interesting.
I'm going to have to look for that.
Yeah, so make sure you look for that, and that's Gordon Ramsay on cocaine. And when we come back, Teacher-man,
yes, sir.
How's your recumbent bicycle going? Speaking of cocaine, are you riding it? Are you getting?
I didn't do any of it during the storm.
What?
No.
You had all that time. You were locked into the house.
No, I didn't do any of it while I was during the storm.
So what you're saying is you put on weight?
No, I didn't put on any weight. I actually lost a couple of pounds.
I'm going to put a scale in here, and you are going to...
You do that.
I will. I'll put a scale right over there in your booth, and I'm going to have you sit on it. Not sit on it.
Sit on it.
And I'm going to have you get on it all the time, and we're going to weigh you every week.
Every week.
Will that help you a little bit?
That'll be good.
Yeah? That'll
be good.
Think so?
Yeah.
All right. But when you lose weight, do you know where it goes?
Do I know where it goes?
Yeah, like when you lose weight, where does it go?
It goes from my chest to my stomach.
All right. Well, stick around. Of course, there's another caller here at the station. We're going to answer this phone call, and we'll be right back after this. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I knew I should have plugged this in. God damn it.
No charge?
No. Plug in the camera or the thing. Let me call him back and see what happens. Let's see. Dead. Call him back, see if we can get a hold of him. Call back.
Somebody call on the station?
Yeah.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 40775595540 is not available.
You don't have to wait for me. You can do whatever you want. Oh, that's twice.
I don't have anything to do.
All right.
The call has been forwarded to the voicemail for voicemail. No one is available to take your call. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press the pound key for more options.
Oh my God! Please save me! Someone's locked me up in a trailer. I can't get out. Help! Call me back. So there you go.
They'll send the cops here.
Right. You ready? You want to hear that? See if I can play it back.
The call has been forwarded to the voicemail for voicemail. No one is available to take your call. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press the pound key for more options.
Oh my God! Please save me! Someone's locked me up in a trailer. I can't get out. Help! Call me back. Might as well.
Sure. Let's see what the hell this is all about.
Yeah. I think we got someone on the phone. All right. So there's the shenanigans behind the scene here. All right, we're going to talk about weight loss, and let's talk about a boyfriend song. Let's go here. Close that out. You all right? Is your hair okay?
I think so.
All right, close this out. Gordon Ramsay, gone. Jet Explodes, gone. Note in the bathroom, gone. Let's see. Weight loss, boyfriend song. Let's talk about the boyfriend song. We're going to come back with the boyfriend song. You ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
It's all right.
Well, that was weird. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. My name is Deacon. Over to my far right-hand side is Teacher-man.
Hey, again.
Hey, make sure you follow us on the Prophet Radio website, and you can see all our social network links, and make sure you click on the bottom to be heard. And I want to play the... We had a phone call over the... during when we were off the air, and it's one of those spam calls. I'm going to play this. Let's see if I can play it. Hold on. Give me one sec. Go. Give me one sec. Give us a call here at the station at 407-448-8800. Text us live at any time at 407-448-8800. We're live in the Queen City studio, located in downtown Charlotte, North Carolina. And sometimes we get spam callers, and this is a actual representative of...
The call has been forwarded to the voicemail for voicemail. No one is available to take your call. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press the pound key for more options.
Oh my God! Please save me!
Someone's locked me up in a trailer. I can't get out. Help! Call me back.
Call me back. So when we get spam calls all the time, I always return their phone call. It's polite. It's a polite thing to do.
Yes, it is.
So speaking of a polite thing to do, you ever had a girlfriend that you were totally in love with, and for whatever reason, she's just dating this jackass, dickhole, asshole, whatever he is, and you were like going, I'm better for you. I'm better, better than he is, or whatever the case may be. Or do you know someone that's ever done that?
Yes, I do. I've known several people that happened with.
Okay. And what was your experience? What was your turnaround on that? Anything?
Well, it wasn't my experience, but the person themselves who got messed up with the girl wound up, they're better off without them anyway.
Right. So that's normally what happens. When you got this girl, or you got this, what do they call, like a muse or something that you're striving for, and she just won't give you the time of day.
Yep. And then you realize down the road, I was better off without her.
So this gentleman here, his name's Tayler Cassidy, and you might know him as Krispy Kreme. He's done a lot of videos and whatnot, and this is Tayler Cassidy. Now, if you don't know Tayler Cassidy, he's a little weird. He's a rap guy, but he's white. He's young. You're looking at the picture here on the under the tent video here. What does he look like as far as age-wise?
I'm going to say he probably looks 20.
Okay. So he is about 20 years old, and he wrote this song, and you could tell he's sitting at a piano, and he's playing this song. And I thought this song was lyrically interesting, and I want you to hear this song. This is Tayler Cassidy with Boyfriend. You ready? Here we go.
You look so amazing in that sundress. Wonder what you look like when you're undressed. I can see the future in your eyes. You know I would never tell you lies. I just wanna see you smile, so stick around a while, baby. I see your man blowing up your phone, telling you that you need to come home. If that clown, he ain't about a thing. Look, I don't see no engagement ring. You said that he did you dirty, so what's the harm in flirting, baby? Cause your boyfriend's a bitch, he ain't shit. He can suck on my dick, I ain't with all that shit. Why he do you like this when you're home all alone? Why he out fucking around with them hoes?
So, how do you feel about that? I mean, that's
you know what? That was right on point.
That's pretty good, huh?
Right on point.
He's pretty good, huh? Here, there's a little. I'll play a little bit more for you.
When you're home all alone, why he out fucking around with them hoes?
So it's kind of like a love song, no?
Yeah.
Seem like he still got your ass in check though. You ain't never cheated on your mans, so why the fuck do he still got your hand? Girl, you could do so much better. He ain't even got no cheddar, baby.
All right, so there you go. That's Taylor. What's his name? Hold on.
Cassidy.
Tayler Cassidy. So
Excellent.
And he doesn't sound bad singing it. I mean, he's in tune. He doesn't have the best voice, but the hardest part is being in tune. So we were talking about Teacher-man who was locked up during the hurricane, didn't do anything. He didn't do his recumbent cycle or whatnot, but you said you lost weight.
Yes, I did, only because I didn't make a track back and forth from the couch to the fridge.
Right, but you didn't go to Jack in the Box or have Dave's delivered or Papa John's or any of those restaurants?
None of that.
Yeah, because you were locked in. The roads were closed.
None of that.
So here's the thing is, I don't know if you know this. All right, so think about when you work out. When you work out and stuff, and you always know, all right, let's backtrack a little bit. You know where the weight comes from. You say, okay, if I eat, my biggest thing is my Boston creams, my big Boston creams that I love. If I eat 4 or 5 of those, I know where the weight comes from.
Right.
I ate those 4 or 5 with chocolate milk and Fruity Pebbles and all the stuff that goes with it.
And a peanut butter and jelly and Doritos.
Did you see my post? I posted the peanut butter and jelly sandwich for the hurricane.
No, I didn't.
All right. Well, you got to look at the Proper Radio Facebook page. I posted that. So when you lose weight, where does it go? How does weight leave your body? Do you know that answer?
Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
Tell me.
Your body leaves weight as energy.
Okay, yeah, kinetically, I know. But physically, measurably, I'm going to stick to that. How do you measure where, because the weight's got to go somewhere. For example,
right.
Let's say you eat 2 tons of chocolate.
Okay.
I guess that's not, I'm thinking poop at the same time. Let's say you eat a loaf of bread. Your body uses most of that for energy. The waste goes out your butt.
Right.
Right? So when you're working at, let's say you're on your recumbent cycle, stupid made-up name. You're on the recumbent cycle, and you're sitting there, and you weigh yourself before the recumbent cycle. You weigh, let's say, 200 pounds. You get on the recumbent cycle, you run it for 24 hours straight. You're sitting there, hey! And then you weigh yourself again, and now you're 190. Now you don't have 10 pounds of water laying around anywhere. Where does that weight go? How does it leave your body? Do you know that answer?
How does it leave my body?
Correct.
Well, I know it's burned off as it's calories that are burned off, and it leaves your body through exhaling, which is
well, that's what I was going to say. There's three ways that everything leaves your body. There's 3 things that leaves our body on a daily basis:
sweat, exhaling, and taking a dump.
Bowels. Okay, so how does weight leave your body when you're losing weight? So it is from exhaling. Believe it or not.
Right, yes.
And do you know the percentage of what actually leaves your body and what percentage? Is it more exhaling? The more you exhale, the weight you lose? Or is it more your urination and bowel movements? I don't know how we got on this. I thought it was going to be I thought it was going to be a simple topic, but I'm getting into it with a teacher. So where does your weight loss go?
I think it's lost mostly with sweat. And exhaling.
All right. So fat breath out of body via lungs, the scientists say here in the BBC. There was a study shown that actually 80% of what you exhale when you work out on a regular basis is where your fat loss goes. So if you don't pee after a workout, of course, there's a trade-off. You know, you're sweating and stuff and trying to get your body and fluids and stuff. But if you breathe harder, you breathe more in and out, in and out, in and out, your body, that is the weight loss coming out of your mouth. So I guess weightlifters and people that work out have a stinky mouth. I don't know. You see what I'm saying? I mean,
well, I see what you're saying. I'm not sure about the smell of it. I mean, I think the stink part of it comes out your ass.
Chemical bonds are broken up in a process that releases heat and fuel to power muscles. But the atoms, the stuff fat is made of, remain in much of these and leave the body via the lungs as carbon dioxide. So there you go. There goes
Which
my
carbon dioxide is that's odorless and tasteless.
Right. Fat from food stored in the body in the cells are called, what's that word right there? That word. Edit. Take your time.
Okay, I got it. Adiposides, I believe.
Sure, we'll take that. Survey says good. It is stored in a compound called
adipocytes.
All right, now here's your next big word right here. It's stored as a compound called
triglyceride.
All right, there you go. So triglycerides are 3 things: carbon, atoms, hydrogen, oxygen, and that means it is broken down in around the 1/5 of its form in the water, and 4/5 becomes carbon dioxide. So all those, the fats and stuff are made of these two compounds, and so most of it's water and the rest of it's carbon dioxide. So when you're working out and you're breathing hard, water forms may excrete in urine, feces, sweat, breath, tears, or other bodily fluids. What other bodily fluids are there? Urine, feces, sweat, breath, tears, or what? Number 3?
Well, because when you breathe out, it's also water vapor, as well as carbon dioxide. I have no idea.
So there you go. I guess other excretion would be, the only thing I can think of is male and female ejaculation is the only thing. I had a good workout. All right, there you go. We're done. Where do I sign? So there you go. I mean, that's where no one ever thinks of that. Everyone knows where the weight comes from. They sit there and eat strombolis on top of Krispy Kremes and Boston cream donuts. Fettuccine Alfredos and goddamn Dave's Pizza that delivers here. The only place that delivers here late at night. But so there it goes. The rest of it goes out through urine, feces, sweat, breath, tears, or other bodily fluids, which is male.
So we're going to have to start crying a lot more.
Well, sorry. And now that we dived into the human anatomy, have you, and I'm sure you've seen it, I remember going to the Science Center as a kid, and they show you everyone's seen this before. You've seen what a healthy lung looks like, and you see what a smoker's lung looks like.
Right.
Or you see the stomach, and you can touch it. And I know there was science, whatever elementary school and whatnot, you would touch all that. Have you seen, and you've seen a brain before?
Yes.
You've seen a brain before. Usually it's either suspended, or it's already been suspended in formaldehyde, and they've taken it out and they said, here it is. Now it's almost like a crusty potato. Not a crusty potato. It's nice and thick. It has its own form. A brain that's been soaking in formaldehyde. Where I'm going with this?
Okay.
I'm going to show you a video of a brain. It's not very graphic, but it is a human brain freshly taken out of someone's donor's head. And they literally hold it in their hand, and they show you how fragile our essence.
It's gelatinous.
It's very gelatinous, and I'm going to play the video when we come back here in just one sec. And she was saying, the scientist, doctor, whatever, and she's like, if I push here on a normal basis, this will cause brain damage. And if you see this cord right here that I'm holding is the main vein that goes down here. So when we come back, I'm going to show a video of a freshly
excised brain.
Exercised brain.
No, excised.
Exercised brain.
Excised.
That's been removed and excised here on Deacon Live. Stick around. I'll be right back.
Ay.
I know.
It doesn't look like a baked potato.
Well, when it comes out, if you look at a fresh piece of meat, like from the butcher, and when you went to school, it always had a
brains almost look like scrambled eggs, except they're white.
Wait till you see this video.
All right.
It's about this big when you've seen it at school, right? It's always about this big. About this big, and it's pale. It's pale.
Yeah, yes.
The video that they show, the brain's about this big because it's free. And she's literally doing this just to maintain it from coming out of her hands.
You can drop this in the garbage for me.
I'm not dropping anything for you.
Thank you. I'm done. I don't want to say bing, bang, boom anymore.
Yeah, don't say bing, bang, boom.
Fuck that shit. Bing, bang, boom.
What do you say? Thermometer? What's the other one you say?
Fangula thermometer.
Yeah. All right, let's burn through. Where are we at in time? We are well, actually, hold on.
5:45.
No, I'm not worried about the physical time. I'm worried about we have 30 minutes. See, up here? Look, up here.
Oh, okay.
So we'll do 2 more segments, and then we're out of here.
All right.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Hit it up.
I gotta fix that. Let me get the brain going here.
I've only ever seen a cured brain.
That's
where it's been, like preserved in formaldehyde.
That's what I'm saying.
Or some other preservation fluid, not just fresh out of the skull.
Right. That's what I was saying. It's fresh out of skull is what we're going to talk about. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. My name is Deacon. Over there is Teacher-man.
Hey, with the fresh out of the skull brain.
Right. Give us a call here at the station at 407-448-8800. Text us live at any time at the AT&T Wireless Studio located in downtown Charlotte, North Carolina. And make sure you follow us on the Prophet Radio website. That gives you all our social networks and stuff, and you can see all the video and stuff that happens behind behind the mics here at Under the Tent. Teacher-man, you doing okay?
I'm doing just ducky.
So you said you've always seen like a fermented brain?
No, well, not fermented, but being my major was biochemistry, I did a lot of dissections.
I think I've got a fermented brain, by the way.
Oh, you might. No, these are preserved.
Preserved.
Either in formaldehyde or some other kind of preservation fluid.
All right, so I'm going to show you a video here if you're watching the Under the Tent video, and I'm going to play the video so you can hear it. This is a freshly, what's it say, unfixed brain?
Unfixed.
Unfixed. So I guess even though you use your brain to do a lot of thinking, you probably don't think about your brain often. It's an incredible, complex, precious organ. Incredibly squishy, and as you can see, this amazing teaching video that demonstrates a freshly removed brain straight from an autopsy. So here we go. What's the person's name right here? The neuronominist handles a viral
neuroanatomist.
That person
neuroanatomist.
That person.
Now you got me all fucked up.
That person's helping too.
Yeah, I know.
A vulnerable blob with the utmost care. It's all inspiring to realize that each one of us has this squishy brain and contains our memories and thoughts. So if you want to look right here on the video, and if you're queasy, you might want to skip this part, but it's not very gory is the only thing I can say. So here we go. Please don't let it be a commercial. There we go. Unfixed brain. Susan, what's that name right there?
Stensis.
All right, well, she's going to do it.
Because in the laboratory, brain. So I would like to show you a 1,400 gram brain that has just been removed from an autopsy. And we are fortunate enough to be able to show you what a normal, unfixed, recently deceased patient's brain would look like.
Okay.
Meninges and the vessels running in between the arachnoid and the pia. The cerebral spinal fluid has leaked out through the cisterns, and so the subarachnoid space is no longer visible unless I move the brain, but it's very, very soft. Notice, it's totally squishy. It's the consistency. It's much softer than most of the meat you would see in a market. So if I were to pinch this,
it's an organ
in either way, I could easily damage this with my thumb. In fact, neurosurgeons, when they are doing surgery, often just evacuate with a vacuum or suck out parts of the brain. This string here has been placed around the basilar artery so it can be suspended in a bucket of formaldehyde in order to denature the protein and harden it. If we didn't, it would sit on the bottom of the bucket and the brain would become
like a flat
deformed, as you would see here, so that it would be compressed in this direction just from the weight of the brain. So that points out one of the purposes of the cerebrospinal fluid is to float the brain inside the calvarium and act as a cushion.
You getting all this?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Yes.
You look like you're memorizing.
Cerebellum is easily seen. The medulla.
I'm all about it.
The pons. Here you can see the arachnoid spanning across the space here at the base of the brain. The optic nerves are very obvious, as are the olfactory nerves.
Of course they're obvious.
Here
I see
are
them
our
right there.
temporal lobes, and here is the uncus on either side. The uncus, remember, is the most mesial part of the temporal lobe.
Duh.
The tentorium that fit in here has been removed, but we can see a slight groove right along here where the tentorium sat.
Right.
So there is no evidence in this brain of any of the temporal lobe herniating
bone
medially
cells?
Yeah.
over the edge of the tentorium.
Oh, there you go. So, there you go. That's a freshly removed. But see how thick it is? See how big it is?
Yeah.
It almost looks.
Yeah.
I mean, it almost looks like our brain, or our skull, kind of holds it together a little bit and kind of compacts it. And as soon as you remove it from the brain, kind of goes.
Well, it does, and then it's allowed to expand.
Right. So there you go. That's a brain there for you. Brand new brain for all you people out there that, I hate to say that, if you want to, suicide and shoot yourself in the head, I mean, that's what comes out. That's what's in your head, which is amazing. That little thing right there is amazing that it controls us, our memories, our dreams, everything that we do on a daily basis. It actually, right now, my brain is telling me to say this word. My brain is telling me
Both voluntary and involuntary.
Voluntary and involuntary. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It's a Google search. And another thing that's amazing, you have two children.
Yes.
And do you remember what their weights were when they were born?
My daughter was 7'11", and my son was 9. 9.
Your daughter was 7'11", and
my son walked out.
And your son was CVS.
No, he wasn't. He was delivered naturally, Jesus, he was 9. I think it was 9'13" or 9'12".
Really?
Yeah.
Weight-wise?
Big.
Yeah. Big. Well, I've seen his head.
Yeah.
He's got a big
well,
head.
He started out, he was all head.
Yeah. He's got a big head like you. So, have you heard about this guy? Please tell me I got it somewhere.
Oh, shit, more rain.
Oh, shit, more rain. Hold on. Give me 1 sec. Did I copy the wrong link? Waiting for a response. Oh, shit, more rain. So there is, let's do this. Give me 1 sec. There is a child that was recently born locally here. 17 pounds. 17-pound child. Newborn.
Had to be delivered cesarean.
Well, I don't know. I guess so. I mean,
unless you got the Panama Canal as your birth zone. As your birth canal.
It would be wrecked, you would think, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, mother gives birth to, not 17 babies at once. What video did I click on? Let's see. Maybe, you know what? I think it's been removed. I think that was a hoaxer. Let's see, 17, no. Yep, I think that was a hoaxer. I had, yep, someone got me. Someone got me on that one, so... There is no 17-pound baby anymore, so we're going to get rid of that story. And
I'll settle for a...
What? How about a big hamburger?
Yeah.
How about a big 13-pound hamburger?
I'll settle for that.
Oh, man. Looking at brains and looking at 17 pounds. Oh, look, it's not available anymore. I'm tired of this thing. Hold on, let's do this. Give me 1 sec. 13-pound hamburger. It's probably been removed. And this will all come out in post.
Do whatever you did that one time that you got the I forget what we were looking for. You got it back.
Oh, I had a backup on it. Here you go.
Oh, okay.
So here we go. A 13-pound hamburger coming out. All right, you watching?
I see it.
All right. So they're flipping the hamburger buns or the hamburgers with like a pizza thing.
A pizza peel.
All right. So a giant hamburger weighs 13 pounds. How do you even eat that? I mean, look at all the grease. There's eggs and
you know what it is. You got to bring the fraternity in.
Yeah, but look, there's barbecue sauce, and eggs. There's 4 eggs on top. Truffles and bacon in Las Vegas?
Truffles and bacon.
Yep. It's called the Belly of the Beast Burger. It's so greasy and soppy wet, you can't even pick it up to eat it. That's not even fun.
Oh.
That's not even fun. There's a little Chinese girl eating it because it's funny to watch Chinese people, little skinny Chinese people eat food. Does that look good to you? Would you
Not at all. Not at all.
But yeah, they throw these big old patties on the grill, and those look like...
Now, I'd eat that pork belly.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Jalapenos. Tater tots are in it? Oh,
No.
See, that doesn't make any sense.
That's not appetizing at all.
It's not a hamburger, though. That is not a hamburger.
No.
When you do that, that's not a hamburger when you just slap all that stuff together. You know what else is not a food? You like pizza, right?
Oh, love it.
I can tell over there. So what kind of weird pizzas? I mean, they try to do these brick oven pizzas. They try to do all these different, what do they call it? Artisan pizzas?
Artisan, yeah.
Artisan pizzas. And then
specialty
pies, and then you start getting into people that are just going outrageously. Now this pizza really, really looks good to me, and it's called the pickle pizza.
Oh,
look at that.
That does look good.
Okay, so hold on, I'm gonna play this video. You ready? Hold on. Here we go.
What was that?
Hold on. I'm gonna start it.
Okay.
Relax. Jesus, teacher man, you're all over the place.
I'm excited.
I know you're excited. So hold on. Let me put this back on this section right here. So we have a... There you go. Are you watching?
I'm watching.
All right. So...
Garlic sauce. And pickles.
This pizza is covered with pickles. All right, so they pick up a piece of pickle. And it's like a lot of cheese. It's mostly cheese. The Rhino Pizza Deli in where's Webster at? Webster, New York.
That's got to be upstate.
Got to be, because you don't go up there. They don't allow you up there. But it looks like it's a lot of cheese and then like pickle slices on top, which sounds great.
Too many pickle slices.
No, God, no. Never. Now, I go to Subway.
Oh, and dill. You can see that.
Yeah. So they sell around 30 pickle pizzas daily. And when you say it's too much pickles, anytime I ask my wife to go to the sub shop and grab whatever sub it is, she always knows, no matter what I say, always extra pickles. Extra pickles. And this pizza right here, it looks like it's mostly cheese, like a soft melty cheese with dill pickles.
I don't know. Is that ricotta?
I don't know what the ricotta is. Is it ricotta? I don't know. But if you look, there's no red sauce on the pizza.
No.
All right, so it's mostly cheese, almost like a white pizza with dill pickle slices on it. Go.
But don't forget about that garlic sauce.
Yes.
See there?
Yep.
Pizza and pickles covered in garlic sauce.
Yes. It's almost like an Italian dressing. Right? What's the difference between Italian dressing and garlic sauce?
Probably not much. Just real garlic.
Right? So there you go. I think I would buy that.
I would try it at least once.
I would buy that all the time. Now,
I don't want those damn kosher dills.
No, yeah, that's the thing.
No.
What do you mean no?
You gotta have dill pickles.
Well, what's the difference between dill pickles and kosher dill?
A genuine dill pickle is not the same as a kosher dill pickle.
Well, I know they had to have the rabbi in there to bless everyone, but what's the difference?
Well, and that's what you like. You like to have your rabbis in your pickles.
Well, yeah. So dill pickle and kosher dill.
Not the same.
Explain.
Not the same. It's just not the same. Kosher dill pickle.
When I say not explain, is there more salt that goes into one? Is there more whatever or less or whatever on another one?
There is no sugar in a dill pickle. There is, however, in kosher dill pickles.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yes, sir.
So what you're telling me is, if I want to be on like those keto diets, kosher dill pickles I should not eat.
No, not if you want to stay away from that kind of stuff.
How do they get sugar into what about Clausen pickles? The deli. Please tell me you didn't shit in here.
No, I did in my pants.
I swear to God, I will come over this table and punch you right in the fucking face.
I might as well put it over there. No, Clausen dill pickles are different from regular dills. They're also different from kosher dills.
Okay. I don't know what that means, but all right.
What I would have to do is I have to buy 3 different jars of pickles.
All right, well, I'm. You know what? I'm not even listening to you because I'm sitting here in anticipation for the fucking stink
Pizza.
that's gonna.
I want the pizza.
The stink that came out of your ass. All right. So one thing, you're a fast food connoisseur. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. You're a fast food connoisseur.
Well, I do like fast food.
All right. So we're gonna do this real quick, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna do your 10 seconds.
All right.
All right. So stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live, and while I air out the room because Teacher-man just shit himself over there.
Oh, he can't take it.
Stick around. We'll be right back after this. Don't do that in here, please. It's close quarters.
You sound like my father, for Christ's sake.
Well, there's a respect. We're sitting here.
My father used to say to me all the time, Jesus, do you have to wipe your ass now? Can't you go to the bathroom and do that?
It's not that.
And my brother and I used to just lean over and.
Well, that's fine. They're family and stuff.
Just to piss him off.
But we're in a working facility here. We both have to sit here.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Hold it?
Yes. Hold it and say, hey, I'll be right back.
Oh, like you do when you're standing in the kitchen.
The kitchen is different because
that's only where the rest of the food is.
It's a wide open area.
Yeah.
I can leave the kitchen and go to another room. I can't leave the studio and go to another room.
Yeah. I got a captive audience.
Right. Jesus. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Captive audience. We have a captive audience here.
I got a captive audience here.
You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. Captive audience. Make sure you follow us on the social networks found on prophetradio.com, and you can see all the behind the scenes stuff of me and Teacher-man arguing about him crapping himself on the under the tent section part of the podcast. You okay over there? Everything good now?
Everything's good.
All right. So we were talking about fast food and connoisseurs and stuff. So you go to Jack in the Box, you go to Taco Bell, you go to all the cheap places.
Because they're good.
Right. So
I don't go to McDonald's very often.
Mm-hmm.
Burger King once in a blue moon.
Right.
I love my Jack in the Box.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Taco Bell.
So,
Ding dong.
Have you ever had a good experience or a great experience at one of your fast food restaurants, your drive-through restaurants and whatnot, and sat there and said, I'm gonna post something and let everyone know how great of an experience it is? I mean, if you ever had customer service so good at one of these restaurants that you're like going, I gotta tell everyone about it?
There's no customer service.
All right. So, are you familiar with Chick-fil-A?
Yes, but not because I go there.
All right. So this young lady, Her name is, let's see, what's her name? Carissa Cropper, right here.
Okay.
You see it? Carissa Cropper had...
Oh, she's got some nice BJ lips.
She had such an experience at the Chick-fil-A that she wanted to let everyone know, and it almost brings her up in tears. So if you want to watch the video, follow us.
Sure.
So here we go. Here's the video of her having this experience at Chick-fil-A.
What military base these people trained at, but I'm not mad at them. You got 4 people outside with handhelds, okay, under umbrellas. You got 2 people outside the drive-thru to greet you with your food. It be ready. I was in the line 3.5 seconds. That was to order, pay, and get my food. Baby, let me tell you what kind of training they doing. They is in the military in Chick-fil-A. I'm telling you, they have some training that they're doing, and I'm proud of them. I don't understand why I go to Popeyes and I got to wait on hot chicken when all you sell is chicken.
I love Popeyes, so don't knock Popeyes.
McDonald's don't ever have nothing working, and don't let me get started on Burger King.
I like Burger King too.
But Chick-fil-A be killing it. They have a military base that they train out of. I'm convinced. And I just appreciate the professionalism. It's hot as hell out here, but they smiling. Cheese, may I help you? Hello, Miss Carissa. How do you know me? Because I told the girl back there, and they communicate. Communication is the key. Fries hot. I didn't even check my bag. And if it's a mistake, then that's what I was supposed to have. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but I'm emotional right now because
she's feeling it.
In the day we live, people don't even like their jobs like that. But these people, they are on it. They got a scholarship fund. Go in right over your condiments. They say that they give these people a scholarship fund. Take care of your people. Take care of your people, and your people will take care of you. That's the lesson today.
There you go.
It comes through Chick-fil-A, but this is what's real out here in these streets.
So
I love it.
That's what's her name, and she's telling it right. I mean, Chick-fil-A just can't do no wrong. I tried to get you many episodes ago to buy a Chick-fil-A. All you have to do is invest $10,000, and you can have your own Chick-fil-A, and earn at least 4.
We can put the first Chick-fil-A here in. Diddyville.
No, they pick it. They pick the location, and then they hire the managers from here. All right, let me see your list. Where's your list at? You ready to do your list?
Yeah, I don't have a big one.
All right, well, that's fine. Well, and give me your list, too.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. Coming up next, right now, here we go. Teacher-man's speed round. All right, so Pat Robertson prays away Florence. How'd that go?
Pat Robertson is a televangelist. I'm sure you know of him. He was on praying. Florence, be out of here. Jesus doesn't want you around. Florence, go away. You shall do no damage to any of Jesus' children.
Is that the same guy?
Florence,
is that the same?
Goodbye, Florence. You are not supposed to be coming this way. You ought to turn back out to sea, Florence. Do you hear me? Do you hear Jesus? Jesus is telling you what to do.
Is that the same guy who was praying the gays away?
Oh, I don't know about that.
All right, Paul Manafort takes plea.
Paul Manafort took a plea instead of going the whole route.
Tell me who Paul Manafort is.
Paul Manafort was Trump's campaign manager. He's done all sorts of shit wrong. Taking money from here, money from there, just unbelievable. Just doing the whole thing the wrong way. He got caught. He's going to jail for several years. He's got fines coming out the ass. And there you go with Paul Manafort.
Autistic kids or kids with Tourette's.
Okay. I know I am personally friendly with people, plus I taught them, people that have a child with Tourette's, a child with autism. Can you imagine? I mean, would you? How would you feel? Well, what would you do if you had a child with Tourette's, or if you had a child with, they're in class and they're telling the teacher go fuck themselves.
An audio disability.
An audio disability.
That's what you have. Vienna beef franks.
Vienna beef franks. Have you ever had them?
Yes, I used to eat them all the time.
Chicago dogs?
No, Vienna beef. I'm thinking of like
no, not a Vienna beef sausage. We had this discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had a Chicago hot dog?
No.
Well, you're gonna.
Why?
Because I ordered some.
Okay.
I ordered some with sport peppers. I ordered the neon green relish. I ordered the mustard that goes on them.
Okay.
I ordered the poppy seed buns that come with them. You're gonna die when you have one of these.
When do I get them?
Well, soon. I just ordered them this week.
You should order the pickle pizza too.
Yeah, do they deliver?
I don't know if they do or not.
Oh, man.
All right, name one thing that is not taxed by the government that we have here. We live in a free country, so name a couple things that are not taxed here in our country.
Donations to church.
Okay.
Another one? You want me to do another one?
Sure.
Oh, okay. Medication.
Okay. Take your time. No problem.
Things that are not taxed.
Yep.
Trying to think of what's in the food store that's not taxed. Produce.
All right.
All right. So go ahead.
So name one thing that isn't tax regulated or spied on by our company. Or by our country.
By our government?
Yep, by our government.
Oh, I think it's all watched.
Yep.
I think it's all watched.
And the reason why I bring this up is because I was sitting at the our QT, our Quick Trip, when I stopped by there, and there was these two people that were almost like homeless looking, but you can tell that he's working and she's watching the kids, and they threw all their food and stuff up on the counter, and they had the EBT card, and they scanned it, and then he goes, all right, this is covered by EBT, and this is not covered by EBT. He's like, well, what's the balance on what's not covered? And he's like, it's like $6.35. And he pulled out, a couple dollars, and he's like, all right, I don't want this. And it was like soda and something like that. It was just, I don't want to say it's embarrassing, but it's embarrassing.
Yes, it is.
To do that.
Yes, it is.
So the Orlando Magic, you're a big fan of the Orlando Magic?
No.
What about football? What's your big sports team? Because we're in football season now.
My big sports scene is hockey and baseball.
Hockey and baseball, no football or anything.
No, well, I do like our home team here. I do like the Panthers.
Yes. And how are they doing?
Well, they won their first game.
Yep. Did they?
Yes.
Against who?
Against
You don't even know.
I forget.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking. Gainesville lost their first game to Kentucky. And they haven't lost a game to Kentucky since 1979.
All right, so...
Jim Phillips was flipping out.
Who's him? I've never heard that guy.
I don't know. He's funny.
He has some jackass.
Is it possible for you to shut the fuck up for 10 seconds?
Well, on behalf of Teacher-man over there, that's
doing my best,
survived the storm and whatnot, make sure you follow us on the ProphetRadio.com website, and you can get all our social networks and whatnot. Teacher-man saying goodnight, and my name is Deacon saying goodnight, and goodnight. You good?
I'm good.
All right, hold on. Sign off.
I thought we did good.
Yeah. Well, I did good. You were.
Not fun.
You were debatable.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't forget about Show Beer Cam. Make sure you, if you want to sponsor us, that's our Show Beer Cam. Details on ProphetRadio.com. Thanks, guys. Take care. Good night.